growing up in a welfare state, basically I was born into a family where my parents were both working class. My father was a bus driver, my mother was a school cleaner. And my educational prospects were completely unaffected by that background because schooling, secondary and primary schooling, universities, my master's degree, my PhD, all of these were fully funded, not on the basis of merit, but having been admitted to university, tuition was free for everyone. And in fact, there was also government support for your board and lodgings if your parents couldn't afford to pay. So essentially you could come from a poor background and go through the whole higher education system from master's, LLB, master's, PhD, without having to pay anything. So there was no inhibition to me to pursuing further education. The background welfare state assumptions began to be questioned in the UK when I was, I guess, in my 20s, 30s. The advent of Mrs. Thatcher and New Labour and the phenomenon of kind of free market policies being reintroduced left many people with the view that, well, the welfare state didn't work, or the welfare state was always problematic, or what the welfare state was then, a kind of post-war phenomenon, but now we're into a different phase of the world. So what I wanted to do, having seen how New Deal institutions work in this country, having known about continental and Scandinavian welfare states too, was to try and introduce some, as it were, fact-based sense into the conversations about what welfare states are.